Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. It is Saturday and that means Self-Care Saturday. I'm going to be doing a weekend edition. Get ready with me. We're going to slap on a mask, do a couple little self-care items, as well as do a full face kind of quick and simple makeup. I am going to be playing with the Victoria Beckham Tea Rose, just a real simple eye, as well as ending off with my fragrance of the day. So if you are interested in seeing my weekend edition, get ready with me, then let's go ahead and get started. Good morning and happy self-care Saturday. We are going to start from the beginning and do a little full face get ready with me little self-care on this Saturday morning, and I am going to do a couple different masks, a little eye mask, but first before I do a mask I like to put a little layer of hydration on. So I am going to use my AMOREPACIFIC. This is the white single extract essence, and I have been pulling this out. Partly I'm trying to use up some of my products, but I love this stuff. It's just an extra layer of hydration, and you just take some and you're just going to push it onto the skin. So I like to put that on before I do my masks, just to add a little bit more hydration. I'm going to do just a little bit more, you guys. I'll just put that on, and like any essence, you just kind of press it into the skin. And this one is just a really lovely one. I have tried SK2, the Tatcha Harper kind of essence, and honestly I really do love this guy. So we got a little layer of hydration, and this morning I am going to be using the Jasmine and Lily. This is the healing mask. This is a really fabulous, lovely kind of hydrating, and just what it says, hydrating and healing mask. And I just like to go ahead, put some of this on. You guys, I am a big believer in masking. That's partly because I have sensitive skin and I can't do a lot of treatments that are a little bit more aggressive. So my way of treating myself to some skincare is through masking. So I have got an arsenal of masks, and I'm just going to put this guy on, kind of a nice good amount here, and bring this down my neck. So I love this mask here. Again, it's just like comfort in a bottle. Then I will take my Chantecaille. These are so awesome. These are the Gold Energizing Eye Recovery Masks, and they are just fabulous. One little trick, especially if you're someone who does Zoom, is that you literally can wear these without people knowing you have them underneath your eyes because they are kind of clear. And I'll just put these on. It feels so good here. And I always love to encourage people to squeeze in a little self-care. Again, it doesn't have to be with these kind of beauty things. It can be other kind of self-care options. Sometimes right now it's just literally like doing a Zoom call with like an old pal or anything like that. So I've got eye mask, I've got mask, and then I love to use the Chantecaille lip potion. You guys, this is truly some magical stuff. Just like this. This is what it looks like right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my lip a little bit above. We're going to hydrate. We're going to give my skin a little bit of oomph this morning. Now I'm going to leave this on for about 20 minutes, and in the meantime I am going to pop downstairs and make myself a little matcha turmeric latte. You guys, I love this superfood latte blend. This is from Gold, and I picked this up at the Sephora sale, and it's truly awesome. So it's just like a fantastic anti-inflammatory latte. It can take the place of your coffee. And yes, matcha has a bit of caffeine, but the way that it hits your system is going to be more even keeled instead of like that. So the way that I like to do this is I love to use almond milk. I usually use the Califia Farms unsweetened almond milk, and then I will warm that up. Then I will add 2 teaspoons into my warmed up almond milk. If I want to have a little sweetener, I'll put a little splash of stevia. I prefer the liquid stevia, just a teeny bit, you guys. I often don't feel like it needs it anyways, but if you do want a little bit of sweetness, you could put in some natural honey, maybe even a little teeny bit of maple syrup or stevia. So I have been really enjoying this superfood latte blend. My daughter loves this as well. So super happy, you guys. I try all sorts of brands of these kind of things. Anything that's anti-inflammatory, I'm pretty much always trying, and I have to say I've really enjoyed this mix. So I'm going to go make that. I'm going to chill out for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll do a full face get ready with me weekend edition. So okay, before I go do that, I do want to remind you guys that I am doing a live event with Angela Rogers tomorrow. This is going to be on my YouTube channel. We love doing these little live beauty chats, and we are going to be doing our 12 faves of Christmas from the brand of Chantecaille. So excited to share with you a couple new things, as well as show you some of my ride and die kind of favorite products that I can't live without from the brand. So just wanted to go ahead and invite you guys. I hope some of you guys can make it. It will obviously be recorded and you can watch it at your leisure, but we're just super excited to share a few goodies with you. So hope to see some of you there. So it'll be tomorrow. It's going to be morning time for me, 9 a.m. on the West Coast, 12 p.m. on the East Coast, and everything in between. But we hope that some of you lovely people can make the event we are so excited for. Okay, I am back. I took off my mask. I have fresh hair. And now it is time to do a little tutorial. So I'm going to keep it really casual. And I'm actually going to do a Zoe White complexion little tutorial. So my daughter is almost 18, but her skin has just been looking amazing, and so I asked her what she has been using, what's her combination du jour right now, and so we're going to actually use that. Now I admit fully, she's only 18, I'm 52. I'm sure I just wish I had her young skin, but it's just been looking kind of fresh, glowy, and I just thought, you know what, let's go ahead and try to recreate what she does. So she's been using KOSAS, and this is the tinted face oil. So this is actually mine. I have it in shade 4, and the only reason I'm not totally in love with this is that it's a teeny bit messy, but I love the idea of a kind of nourishing face oil kind of foundation, and so we're going to use this today. And let me just pull this down. As I said, it's a teeny bit messy, so I'm going to shake it up really well. And again, this is kind of best with fingertips, you guys, so I'm actually just going to kind of take a little bit like this. It just pours right out. And I am going to just use this with my fingertips first to just kind of get some of the product on the skin. Now this is super pretty on the skin, and it actually has more coverage than you think. So this is KOSAS is a really nice clean brand, and my daughter tends to use that kind of stuff because of breakouts, and of course it's just always good to use that kind of makeup. And so I'm just gonna kind of put this on here, guys. I'm gonna rub this in, and don't worry, we're gonna buff it in as well. That's what I'm saying. I think my one little complaint is I would probably use this more often if it wasn't so messy, because I have spilled this on my clothes before, And getting foundation out of clothes kind of is not easy. So I'm just going to kind of take a minute here to really push this into the skin. Now this feels very nourishing, and as I said, it's got more coverage than you think. You just kind of have to work with it, okay? So it gives your skin like a super pretty glow. It is basically a tint in a face oil versus like a tinted moisturizer. Just gonna put a little underneath my eyes here. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the Christian Dior. This is the little face brush, and I'm just going to kind of buff this into the skin in circular little motions. So okay, once this is kind of buffed into the skin, she just kind of lets it sink in. We're going to be using the KOSAS concealer, and this is in shade 1. I'm just going to take a little, you guys. She tends to put this underneath her young little eyes and on any kind of blemishes. So I'm going to just use this kind of underneath my eyes. We're almost out of this guy. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting on the face here because this is a little lighter, so I'm just going to do a little down my nose. I'm going to use my fingertips. Then I'm going to give myself a little lymphatic, kind of push the puff out from underneath my eyes. And I finally slept. I was so excited. Since the time change and then just a teeny bit of travel, I've just been off, and then my poor little dog Satchmo was very sick the other day, so we were up at like 2 and 3 and 4. So she actually slept in today, so it kind of felt amazing. So it's kind of a rainy day here, kind of nice and cozy day. So we're just gonna kind of go to the grocery store, get some supplies to make a big pot of comforting soup and just sort of enjoy the day. Now I have been watching Undoing on HBO, and you guys, it is so good. Have you guys checked that out? It's with Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant, and it is such a good show. So then after the concealer, she powders down with the Chanel powder down the T-zone, and then uses the Ilia bronzer kind of all over the rest of her face. And so we're going to see if I can duplicate this. We are going to use the Chanel powder, and this is just a favorite. This has been a favorite for a long time of both of ours. It's kind of a classic finely milled powder, and I'm just taking just a teeny bit, guys, in the cap. I love this brush from Wayne Goss, and I'm just going to go down the T-zone, and we're just going to kind of set that makeup because that foundation is housed in a face oil. I just find that you do need to actually set, even if you have dry skin like myself. I'm going to take whatever's left on my brush, very little, and I'm going to woof underneath the eyes. I suspect that my daughter bakes. I can't do that. But we'll do that. Then a little trick that she said she learned from Tati is taking her bronzer and then just kind of using the bronzer all over the face. So she actually uses it kind of like clearly, as bronzer, but she uses it all over powder. And this one is in Drawn In, so it's kind of a lighter bronzer kind of shade. So warming up the face here, but she just kind of blends it all over her face. Then after we powdered down all over, then she said to take the Chantecaille. This is the pure rose water. We're both obsessed with this. I have a bottle, she has a bottle, just one of our favorites. And then we are going to spritz this so it takes away that kind of powdery look, and then it'll kind of stay all day, and it also sort of gives you a nice little glow on your skin. So you guys, I can't emphasize enough how much I love this pure rose water. This is kind of my holy grail, kind of lift me up during the day. I will use some of this just when I feel like I need a little refresh. It's just lovely, and my daughter loves it too. So we've done complexion here, and I'm going to do a super simple eye. I'm going to use the bronzer tip, guys, and just use bronzer here, and then I'm going to use the beautiful Tea Rose from Victoria Beckham. I do love these little lid lusters. They just make a super simple, pretty eye. So I'm going to take my Sonia G, this is the Worker 2 brush, and I'm just going to put it in the bronzer that I'm using on my face. We're just going to create a little bit of shadow on the eye here. So just a little bit of a shadow, you guys, on the eye. Super simple. It's the weekend. Then I'm going to take out this little guy in Tea Rose, you guys. It's such a beautiful color here, just like that. And I'm just going to press this onto the lid. So simple and so pretty. Isn't this such a fantastic color? Such an easy little eye. And I'm going to line my eyes, and I am using the Chantecaille. This is their eyeliner in Jasper, which is a beautiful brown here, which is a beautiful brown. And I'm just going to come close to the lash line here. Now, my daughter can do a really nice wing, so she'll use a brown with a wing. Her eyes, though, look fantastic with wings. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of coming over here, you guys, and I'm faking a teeny bit of a wing over here on the upper, just because my eyes tend to slant down. So she will use this in her waterline. Okay guys, quick and easy little eye. I'm going to go put on mascara, and of course I'm using my Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara, just my ultimate favorite. I'm going to put that on, clean up my brows, and then we can finish off the face. Okay, mascara's on, eyeballs are opening up. Then I thought I would pull out Chantecaille. This is blush and highlighter all in one. This is fabulous because you can kind of pick from any of these colors here. And let's see, I think that I will do that middle row right here, these two. So I'm going to take this kind of beautiful color right here, and we're just going to give myself just a little flush of color on the cheeks here, and kind of liven up the complexion just a tad. I'm going to take a little fan brush up here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this highlighter shade, and again, just kind of warming up the skin. Don't want to be heavy duty, but I just found that as I'm getting older, You guys, I used to never even wear blush, just wasn't my thing. But I find that it totally livens up your complexion. I feel like it gives you just a little youthful little glow. And now I'm all about it. So I love playing around with the different colors. And if this is still available, you guys, it's amazing, especially for travel. You have everything you need with different tones of blushes and such. So really enjoy that. And we'll just blend that in a little bit. Then for lips, I went ahead and I pulled out one of my favorites. This is from Chantecaille. This is Tamarind, okay? So this kind of has a little bit of a warm brown tone to it. And I am just gonna dab this on. Okay, and then this is Tamarind. I love it because it's got a little bit of that kind of 90s kind of vibe with a little bit of brown undertone. I think it's fantastic to kind of keep a simple eye, a little bit more of a bold lip. And then for fragrance today, I'm going to do a little combination. I have a sample of Initio. This is sort of the sister brand to Parfums de Marly, and this is in Rehab. This is the one that's in the white bottle, and I've thought about buying it several times. I think several of you guys have recommended it to me, and I think I would love it. This one has lavender in it, sandalwood. It's kind of like a kind of unisex fragrance. I'm going to put some of this on. And I'm someone, you guys, I love a spray, so whenever I get samples like this, I'm always like, oh, it doesn't quite give me the same effect as if I sprayed it on. Am I crazy, or does everybody else feel the same way? So you guys, this has lavender and bergamot at the top notes, so it kind of has a little bit of freshness to it. It's a teeny bit powdery, but then in the base you've got a little bit of woodiness from the cedar and vetiver, and then it also has patchouli and sandalwood. So there's a creaminess to this fragrance, there's a freshness to it. It's sort of like a comforting scent. And this suggestion comes from Justine from Juice de Rose. You guys, she has fabulous perfume videos. I love watching her. We tend to have very similar tastes in perfume, and she had said that she had had a little accident of sampling Rehab that spilled all over as she was wearing the Armani Privé Rouge Malachite. You guys, I don't know if it's malachite or malachite, but this one in the red bottle, which is one of my favorites. So this one is one of these fragrances that I had to like buy on the spot. I just fell in love with it, and it's kind of a floral, which is not necessarily my kind of fragrance that I love all the time. So it's got pink pepper, it's got tuberose, it's got jasmine in it, but then it's got this beautiful base of amber as well as benzoin. So it's got this kind of warm base and then this floral little layer to it. And it's just gorgeous. I just love this one. So anyways, she had said that she had layered those two together and that it was like the best mistake ever. So I was going to wear that today and test that out because I always love layering fragrances. I always think it's so much fun. And oh my gosh, okay, she's right. This is an amazing combination. The Initio perfumes have an ingredient called hedione in it that makes them very addictive. Like truly, they make you just kind of feel good, energetic, like addictive nature to them. And then I think because that Initio has that comforting layer of lavender, and then you're kind of layering in this beautiful kind of warm floral, it kind of tones it down a little bit, and it makes it just, and she's right, the two of these together kind of make this sort of a magnetic kind of fragrance. Like it's very enveloping, it's very inviting. I keep on thinking of the word kind of magnetic. There's something in it. I'm wondering if the combination of the hedione as well as this kind of little bit of headiness from some of the florals are kind of coming together, and it's just a really dynamic kind of layering of fragrances. So I'm going to be wearing that today. I'll let my family kind of let me know whether they love it or don't. But so far, I'm kind of obsessed with it. So yay! I will leave all of her information below in the description box. You guys, she is a fabulous resource, and I just love to find someone that we tend to like the same kind of fragrances. So when she says she loves something, I kind of know that I am going to as well. There's only been a few that I've been like, I'm not sure about, but she's just such an amazing fragrance reviewer, and I just really enjoy her channel. So this is my full face on Saturday. We're gonna do one more extra spritz, get that kind of hydration going. I am ready for the day. I'm ready to go to the grocery store, ready to make some soup. And you guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I also hope that many of you can come to our live event with Angela Rogers from Chantecaille. We're going to do our 12 Faves of Christmas. You guys, this is going to be such a fun event, and we have something special as well for you guys. So please come visit us tomorrow. It is at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, it is going to be recorded so you can watch it at your leisure. But of course, we love answering your questions, and I'm so excited. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.